Welcome one and all. This is another example from Delta Math, which is focused primarily on writing the trig functions given the features. So here we have an example where it says write a sine function that has a midline of 3, an amplitude of 2, and a period of pi over 5. Now on the bottom over here, I pasted both the standard form and what you should write in the end for this specific problem, mainly because with the Delta Math examples that I've given you this week, phase shift is not primarily a concern as of this moment. So I've adjusted the standard form so that we took out the plus and minus h and we'll focus on primarily on the amplitude, the frequency, and the vertical shift or the midline. So because they tell us what we're given, all we have to do is just make sure to plug it into or substitute it into the correct formula. So again, midline is 3. I put the wrong color. My apologies. So midline is 3, which is our plus or minus k. So that goes here. Amplitude of 2 is what I originally meant to put in red. So that goes here. Now the period given to us helps us draw the graph, but if we're writing the equation for it, this is where we have to do an actual formula to find the correct frequency. So period of pi over 5 goes down here, which is where the period should be. So we're going to rewrite this problem as 2 pi divided by, and I'm going to see if I can do this pretty efficiently, 2 pi over 5. Now remember though that when you are dividing something by a fraction, it is the same as taking the top part of the original problem, multiplying it with the second fraction flipped. So pi over 5 flips to 5 over pi. Now originally we had 2 pi. If you want to rewrite that as a fraction, it'd be 2 pi over 1. And now we can go ahead and write this as 10 pi over pi. But remember that pi divided by pi would just give you 1. So this is just going to leave us with 10 as our final answer. So 10, oops, my apologies. 10 is going to be our frequency right here. So 10 is our B. So putting into our equation, this is what we're going to write. We're going to say that the amplitude comes first, so 2. We can go ahead and write sine because that is our sine function. That's what we're told up here, sine function. In parentheses, this is where I put my b and x. So I say 10x. And then plus or minus k. Our k was midline of 3, positive 3. So therefore I put a plus 3. And that would be your answer to this problem. Obviously you would type it and it will look a lot nicer than what I have written out, but you can kind of see the color and see the relationship between everything put together. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The rest of the examples should be pretty similar. Again, it is going to be a mixture of sine and cosine. The big thing I really wanted to show was if the period was a fraction, the 2 pi divided by a fraction is the same as multiplying with the second fraction flipped, and then you just combine it together again, numerator with numerator, and then simplify what you can, and then that gives you your period. Good luck on the rest.